Welcome to the Sophia Speaks podcast. This is where I, Sophia, a real woman, speak to real women and some men about issues that matter to real women. Sometimes our conversation will be heavy. Sometimes they'll be light, but they are always informative and will always make you think. If you have a comment or want to ask a question, call 786-749-TALK. That's 786-749-8255. Now, without further ado, let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode and a very special series. This is a 40 in 40. So what that means is I will actually be releasing 40 episodes in the next 40 days up until my 40th birthday. So this is my way of celebrating all the lessons that I've learned in my almost, as of today, 40 years of life. So what better way to share the lessons that I've learned than sharing them with you and doing them in a podcast form? That's about it. So please do tune in to all the episodes. All of the lessons may not apply to you, but I can guarantee you that there are takeaways that you'll be able to share with family, friends, or whoever it is you affiliate yourself with. So it's important to know that I am not recording in any particular order. So as the lessons come to me or as I remember them, I record them. Let's see, they're general life lessons, relationship lessons, parenting lessons. I'm in a stage now where I'm caring for an aging parent, so that is very, very new to me. And I don't think it's something that we consider when we are growing up. So most definitely, that's something new that I'm imparting to my children. Entrepreneurship lessons, because this is a bumpy road. And just general things that I come up with, like I said. So first, today being October 16th, it is my older brother's birthday. So happy birthday, Kevin. And before deciding to do this series, I never knew that his birthday was exactly 40 days before mine. So that's something else I learned. So that's great. That's great to know. Unfortunately, we're not as close as I'd like, but life has a way of doing that. So you're going to find out that in one of my lessons coming up that I've lost a lot of people and I've gotten to know a lot of people, and I'm happy with that. What's next? Oh, just as an aside, I have affirmations as well as guided meditations coming soon. I don't think they're like anything that you've heard before, so I certainly hope that they bring a lot of value to your life. There will be some free as well as some premium meditations and affirmations. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to lesson 1, again in no particular order, but this is lesson 1 for my 40 in 40, and it's just as simple as birthdays are important. Plain and simple, birthdays are important. Throughout my many years, as a 40 is like a lot, but I guess when I was like 5, 6, or 7, I thought 40 was ancient. But birthdays are important no matter what they are, what number you're turning. I like to celebrate birthdays. I like to celebrate people. So birthdays have always been special to me. I try to, in my working life, when I have led a team or I have been working in close quarters with people, that I recognize their birthdays. Not all of them like to recognize their birthdays, but I think it's just great to know that somebody is thankful that you are here on earth. And regardless to whether your interaction is what you think is meaningless or what you think is of no value, it's all valuable. We all learn from each other in one way or another. So it's just important to celebrate a person for what they've brought to your life. Okay. Life is, of course, to be celebrated every single day, but birthday has that extra special thing that makes you feel like, you matter. My good friend Grace that I worked with many, many moons ago, told me that she celebrates her zeros and her fives. And I have kind of adopted that. So my zeros and my fives, 40 is a zero, have been some of my most triumphant birthdays, have been some of my most meaningful and insightful, and the days that I reflect the most, because the numbers in between, like the 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s. I guess the 9s you celebrate because you're going into another decade, but those I don't celebrate as much, and those don't cause me to reflect as much. So in life, you have, when you're turning 13, I'm a teenager. So everybody loves that. About the time when you turn 16, you're happy that you're able to drive and you can go places without the parent in the car. And the next one is 18, because you think you're an adult, but most people aren't really an adult at that age. You're just an adult by number. 21, of course, drinking age. Some people, I'm going to leave nameless, were drinking before 21. Could be me, could be somebody else, but my dad owned 2 nightclubs. So yeah, I was drinking long before 21. Oops, let the cat out of the bag. But I guess you probably figured out it was me anyway. So 21. And then 25, I think, was my first big birthday where it was a real milestone. And I guess the one thing I can think that stands out to me at 25 is that I could rent a car without having to get those exorbitant fees or leave a really big deposit. So that's one thing that stood out to me. So I was really happy about 25. And 25 was special because I turned 25 on the 25th. So in case I didn't say it, I was born on November 25th. So that was a big birthday for me. I was happy. Let's see. Zeros and fives, I did that. I'm just happy that I made it this far, because for some reason, I didn't have a vision for my life, even though I always had a plan. I didn't have a vision. So I don't know how much sense that makes, but now I can see things clearly. Now I can determine where I'm going. Do I have everything mapped out? Absolutely not. Because I have gone on some twists and turns in my short 40 years here, almost 40 years here. But it's clearer now. And I remember my father and I having a conversation some time ago when I first moved to South Florida, and he was picking me up from work because something had happened with my vehicle. And he asked me, something about life. I don't remember the exact conversation, but what I do remember is this. He said something about, in your 20s, you're not really sure of yourself. In your 30s, you're a little bit more stable and you know what you want. But in your 40s, you are like on level ground. You have stable footing and you know where it is that you're going. And being that he's double my age, he's having a birthday at the end of this month. He was absolutely right. You just kind of grow into yourself and you come into your own at around 40. Some people do it way before, so don't get me wrong. Some people do it way before and some people do it way later. But I would have to say that he hit the nail on the head in regards to my particular situation, in regards to my particular life. Even though he was speaking in general, he did hit the nail on the head with me, because I feel like turning 40, there's nothing that I can't handle. I am stable. I am sure. I am who I am, and I am proud of who I am. And I'm not afraid of what's to come. Are there still some things that I'm not entirely sure about? Absolutely. 100%. But do I feel that I am ready to be able to take them on? I sure do. I've gone through more than most, as you'll hear in the upcoming days. These episodes won't be very long, but they'll be meaningful, and I hope they'll bring you value. But you'll hear about a lot of things that I've gone through that I think was just way too soon for my young little life. But I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so happy that I'm able to share that with you. I encourage you to celebrate every single day, but especially if it's your birthday. If you weren't here, the world would be a drastically different place. And that is evidenced by the fact that, and this is a little bit sad, but the fact that when a mother carries a baby full term, only to either deliver a stillborn child or to lose that child shortly after birth, or any sort of complications that happen during childbirth, and the level of grief that she feels, that shows you that no matter how long you are here, be it the 9 months that you're in gestation, or if it's just 9 minutes after your birth, 9 years, 19 years, 90 years, or whatever the case may be, your presence matters. Whatever you did in whatever time period you have, that matters. So, if you don't have anybody to celebrate your birthday with, I encourage you to shoot me an email. Send me an email to podcast@sophiaantoine.com. And this will be in the show notes as well. And if you're listening from anywhere other than my website, jump over to sophiaantoine.com, click on podcast, and you'll find my latest episodes right there. But shoot me an email. Let me know when your birthday is, and I will definitely celebrate with you. I'll acknowledge you on your birthday. I'll send you something, because life is too short just not to have somebody to celebrate with. We can have like a virtual dance party. Ooh, maybe that's a good one for my 40th birthday. We can have a virtual dance party. But I'm celebrating my fellow woman on every single day. Everybody I come in contact with, at least give them a smile, because you never know what they could be going through. And just to get something special on your birthday, to know that somebody remembered. No lie, I'm going to have to put it in my calendar, because I don't know how many of you guys are going to email me. But I'm just happy to celebrate with you. So email me anything. It doesn't even have to be your birthday. Email me anything that you want to have somebody just go through it with you. There is nothing like having somebody to say, hey, I'm here. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm extending my hand to you, telling you, hey, I'm here to go through whatever it is. So in the email, leave me your name, leave me your date of birth, or whatever date that you need somebody to come alongside you with, and say, hey, Sophia, remember this with me on this day. And I'll make sure I do. So again, that email address is podcast@sophiaantoine.com. And I got you. I got you. So thank you for listening. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, please go ahead and follow me. I have 2 accounts, actually. I have one for the podcast. So one is at Sophia Speaks Podcast, and the other one is at courageous_coach. And again, you can click on it directly from my podcast page on my website. So you can do that. And I look forward to oh gosh, see, I'm at the end and I can't even talk. But I don't edit, so I'm not perfect, and I want you to know I'm not perfect. So that was a mistake. But it's going to stay right in there. Just come follow me on Instagram. Follow me on LinkedIn. Connect with me. I look forward to having more people in my circle. And I hope these transparent moments will help you to grow and to learn more about me and about yourself. And, we can all grow together. So we'll chat again tomorrow. Thanks for listening. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Sophia Speaks podcast. We've had the conversation. You have the information. The question is, what are you going to do with it? See you in the next episode.